Alright, now we're going to talk about glute training and go through a couple of exercises that we can do to train the glutes at home. Again, just lying in your living room floor like so. We're going to start with a single leg glute or hip thrust. So from here what we're going to do is we're going to bring one foot back, nice and close to our glutes. Right, we're going to prioritize this leg, so trying to drive the heel down and then thrust our hip up. Hands down by our sides, nice base of support. Push the heel down and we're elevating the hips. Right, squeeze the glute as hard as you can, nice and slow all the way back down. So when we're doing this, if you can, try and keep your opposite leg up and off the ground. If you struggle with that a little bit and you're not able to brace and support, we can just like slightly rest on the ground and then press. If you're not feeling it through your glute, try and vary your foot position to somewhere that is comfortable and you can actually feel it in the glute, bearing in mind that you might feel it through your hamstrings if your foot positioning is not right. Okay, so we're going to go a little bit further out this time and just driving up, squeeze my glute all the way back down and repeat. So we can make this slightly easier by using both feet. Again, takes out the stability and balance component of it a little bit, and now we're pressing on both feet. Hands by our sides, don't fall asleep. Driving the hips up, squeeze the glutes, all the way back down. Brett Contreras loves these ones. Alright, I suppose one thing to consider when doing these is if you're on a surface like tiles, you might slide. So maybe get like a towel or something so you're not going to move around too much. Alright, our next exercise, a frog pump. All the booty gains. So in a frog pump, we're going to bring our heels together and bring our feet up towards our hips with our knees out. Right, then from this position we're going to thrust and kind of like pulse and bring our hips up nice and high, squeezing the glutes. Right, these are exercises you can do for quite a number of reps. We can add weight by putting, say, a dumbbell on our hips or 2 dumbbells on our hips. We can even add further resistance by putting a band around the knees and we're externally rotating against it. And that's about it really. Alright, so if you have something like a surface or maybe a table or a bed, we can increase range of motion because our leg will be able to drop down. I'm just going to do this on the floor because I'm already here. But what we're trying to do is we're going to let our leg kind of relax down to the ground, and then we're bringing it up and squeezing the glute and all the way back down. Right, you might feel a little bit in your hip flexor. If that's the case, just vary the position of your hips. You could roll over a little bit more. So when we're kicking, we're kind of kicking back. Right, squeeze the glute all the way back down. We want to think about driving the heel up towards the roof. Like so. Am I jacked yet? I am jacked? Mm-hmm. Excellent. Alright, so now we're going to go through... Hi, follow me. We're going to go through a banded kickback, right? Another one of the glute guy, Brett Contreras' favourites. So we're going to hold the band in our hands like so, hands out in front, directly under our shoulders. We're going to have the band around 1 foot. Quick look. Like so. So on all fours in a quadruped position, we're going to brace, staying nice and still, trying to minimize any rotation through our torso. We're going to drive our knee back. Squeeze the glute and hamstring into full extension, then all the way back in, and again. These are a great exercise. This will just depend on the thickness of the band. Like many other exercises, you can double it up if you have a thinner band. If you have a thick band, then you might need to bring your hands further back underneath you or attach it to something underneath you so you can fully extend your leg. Alright, now we're going to go through a banded pull through. So we're going to attach our magical band, don't mind my quads, to hopefully something sturdy. Hopefully the table doesn't move too much. Alright, we're going to take a nice big step forward. Alright, we're going to hold the band just in front of our hips, feet shoulder width apart. Again, hip hinging back. So we're going to let the resistance of the band pull us back. And then as we hip extend through, squeezing the glutes. So this is a slight variation of the hip hinge we were doing earlier.